Well, another week is among us, and I'm back here to pick up where we left off. Last week, we finished that wall and got it up, and that was the end of the week. So today, my plans to go through, we put these walls up so quick, I just want to make sure that everything is nailed right, level, where it should be. And then I'll fix the little areas like this that need some plywood in them and secure those all up, and then I'll start building some more walls. So I really appreciate everyone who's subscribed and watching to this point. I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew. I'm just going to build this house one wall at a time, and when it's done, hopefully it's standing. I played with Legos a lot when I was little, so this can't really be that much different than that, right? I know that's going to cause someone to make a comment, but it's a dream I've always had, and put a lot of time and studying into it, and asked a lot of questions, and so far everything seems to be going the way it should be, and we're just going to keep plugging away. So let's get busy. This is what's going to make living up here so great. Having these deer just around here all the time. Poor Hank's probably going to go nuts. Hank's one of our two dogs. Beau likes the deer as well, but Hank just wants to go play with them and wants to run around with them. Just barks at them all the time. Every time he sees them, he just sits and watches them. Well, I think I've got to a point that everything we've built so far is now complete, minus that header. It's got all the plywood out that it needs. Everything's nailed down good and tight. And now it's time to clean up and call it a day. I know today was not heavily filmed, but it was just a bunch of little things like making sure everything, all the plywood had all the proper nails and proper distance, and filling in the gaps where we didn't, making sure all the little nuts were all the way down. Just wanted to get everything that we'd done, made sure it was done, the walls were secured to each other before I started building more walls. On Saturday when we stood all these walls up, it wasn't chaotic, but there was a sense of, let's get all these walls up. And I think we threw them up faster than what I was prepared or comfortable with, in the sense I know things got skipped. But they're all done now. Today's Monday, so tomorrow I have to work mostly during the day. Wednesday I'll work that evening. I may come out Wednesday morning for a little bit, or I might work on putting together some videos. Then I'll be out here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday again. What we're hoping to do on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is finish building this wall. There's a door right here. We'll finish building this wall to close off from the house to the garage. And then we'll build this southeast wall. And then we'll just start coming around and go back along the edge of the patio there, and then loop it around and over. And we had a small little problem with our cement. I don't know if I mentioned it to you or not, but we compacted the dirt well and everything. And this back corner decided to settle after the cement was poured. And our cement floor has dropped a good 4 inches. So I've got to talk with Dave, our cement guy. He's been pondering what to do. I think because the break that's going along here, I think we're probably going to have to just cut a line right here, jackhammer this whole section out, and then re-pour it. The good thing is there's no plumbing in this area. There is one HVAC vent, but if we gotta fix that, I hope it's not damaged. It has settled maybe 2 inches, but you just don't know if it's broken it away from the main pipe that feeds it in or not. So we'll have to see, but hopefully everything else can be done. I'm waiting to visit with Dave and talk to him about what it is that he wants to do, since he's the cement contractor. So I'm not even stressed or worried about it. Dave's been so good to us. If you're in the Southern Idaho, Northern Utah area and you're looking for a cement contractor, highly recommend DJ Cement and Excavating. They did an awesome job. So, but it's time to clean up and go home. Jill just got off work, and I think it's easy to say I've been missing her. So I'm gonna go home, spend the evening with her, Beau and Hank, and we'll be back here on probably Thursday. Good morning, everyone. It is now Thursday. I'm back up here, and I actually came up and just got started without even thinking about checking and saying hi. Have that wall built, which will stand it up, and it'll run from this wall or that wall with a door right here, so we can get into the garage. But I wanted to build it in the garage because of all the plumbing and HVAC and stuff. I at least had a nice smooth floor there to build it on, and didn't have to worry about biting pipes and sliding it this way or that way. So it's up, ready to go. The only thing I'm not able to do is put sheet on it. The sheathing will come maybe once the wall stood up. I'll have enough help here that hopefully they can hold the full sheets. It looks like I'll probably have 3.5, maybe 4 sheets that I'll have to put on there, but we can do that quick enough and easy enough. Now I'm just getting ready to build that back wall of the bedroom. It's got a window in it, 6-foot window, which is going to require 3 2x10s for headers. These ones where they're smaller, they only required 2. A lot of you watching probably don't even care or understand what that means, but I'm just going through and figuring out and putting the plans in my head, and then I'm going to start marking that wall out. Jill's not here today. She's at work, but she'll be up here tomorrow. During the day, she gets to leave and go get a massage, which I'm really happy and excited for her. I had one last week before I came up, and it totally saves you. You come up here and use muscles that you never use or hardly use, and go down there and lay on the massage table, and they just break them all loose, and you're ready to go again. So lucky for her. I'm happy for her on that, but I'm not sure who else we'll have up tomorrow. But anyways, for today, I'm gonna take a quick break. Jill made me some snacks here. I got some chips. I got tomatoes, pepperoni, caramel, blood oranges, Mike and Ike's, yogurt, cheese, granola bars, Reese's peanut butter cups. Got some Mountain Dew and water because I'm trying to drink more water, but I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'm gonna get going on that wall. My goal today is to build that back wall and then build the wall that's coming up right there. And then hopefully I can start along this back wall. It would be way awesome if I could get that whole back wall built, and all I'd have left is our bedroom and the east wall. I'm holding off on that east wall until I talk to our cement guy might have already shared this with you. I'm sure I have, but he's coming up to look at this floor to decide what he needs to do. I believe we're gonna have to jackhammer this bedroom portion out. It's just too big to lift, but the front, this was a front bedroom, but Jill and I, realizing how small our closet is, decided we'd rather have a big closet. So we're gonna turn this into our closet, which will access right off the bathroom. We did have a small closet right there. Now we're gonna make all this a closet. But this here, you can see it's sunk a little bit. Not quite an inch yet. But it's also pulling away from the foundation, which I don't like. Our cement guy, Dave, he doesn't like that either, so they may be going right along this cut line right here over to that corner and just cutting all this out and repouring. I don't know. We'll find out. Not what you want to have happen right now, but it's better we get it right now and not have problems later than to try and get it done and then as we're living here have them come in and jackhammer our floor up and repour cement. That would not be fun at all. Well, Rocky Mountain Power is here to hook up our power, which means I won't need a compressor or a generator anymore. I'll just be able to run our extension cords from there to here. So that will be awesome. I did not film any of it, but I showed you that the Rocky Mountain Power Company was here to hook up our temporary power. And as I was working, I looked out there and noticed he was actually walking up to the house. So I went out to meet him, expecting him to say, "You're all hooked up, have a good day." And instead he said, "We have about a 4-inch problem." And I've never hooked up an electrical box before, so I've done a lot of looking into it. And Rocky Mountain has their standards, and Idaho has their standards, and Arkansas has their standards, and Utah has their standards, and there's nothing that's really set. You know, some require it to be so far off the ground, some it can't be too far off the ground. Some of it has to be 10 feet away from your power source where you're hooking it up. And so I went out there, and where I put my box was fine. I was about 3 feet away from the power. I don't know what you call the power box, or they're going to hook it up to. But my wire that I had, by the time you stretched it, came up to it, I was about 4 inches short on wire. And he's like, "I'm here to hook you up, but I can't because you just don't have enough wire." So I actually had to redig, move my post a foot closer, and then redo it all again, which isn't a big deal except for ground's frozen. Luckily it's only frozen about the first 4 inches. Once I got under that, everything was fine. I just had to break through that hard barrier and dig down about 2 feet and lifted my post out, dropped it back down, and they will be back out here on Monday to hook up power. So I won't be working Monday. I won't be back out here till Thursday next week. So by the time I come back out next week, we'll have power and we won't need the generators anymore. But for the rest of today, tomorrow, and Saturday, we're still going gas-powered generators, which is fine. It gets the job done. I'm just tired of dealing with that electrical box. But at last, finally, we're done.
Hand rings and laughter fills the air. Friends bring boards, family shows they care. Hands together, raising walls so strong. Every nail a note in our home's first song. We built this home with more than timber. We framed these rooms with more than stone. Every smile and calloused finger turned this old dirt into our own. Dust on our boots, but pride in our hearts. Side by side from the very start. More than a house of timber and stone. It's love from our people that built this home. Kids chase dogs through the high-cut grass. Granddad leans on a sawhorse laughs. Ma brings sweet tea in a mason jar. Says, look how far you've come, look where we are. We built this home with more than timber. We framed these rooms with more than stone. Every smile and
Well, more walls have gone up. This is the wall that we put up last week. Today we just put this wall up and this wall that goes down this opposite side. The one straight in front of us that's not sheeted. And then the one that's back there with the big window. So it's starting to come along. And I am sure thankful for all the help that we had today to get this done. So these are just temporary supports to keep the wall from falling over. And it'll be good to be able to get it secured once the trusses are on top. But just wanted to come down here so you could see down there. It's definitely starting to come together. Had a lot of help today. My brothers Bruce and Bryce came again. The neighbors that live way up there in that house, Epics, they came. And the Hugos who live right here, they came. And we threw these walls up so fast. Now I just need to frame this wall so we can get it built. And that will close our back patio. So we're really excited about that. I'm hoping to spend a lot of time living out here. Have a picnic table here, hot tub over in that corner. And just sit out here and relax. After building this house, we're going to need to relax for sure. But plans to build this house, or sorry, this wall this week. And I'm really hoping that I can get that far wall and this wall built on the garage. So that way we can just get that much further. Still leaving the east wall open to figure out what we're doing with the floor, but if I don't hear anything in 2 weeks, we'll probably frame that in, and unfortunately they'll be doing the work the hard way, so which means carrying wheelbarrows out the front door instead of just throwing them right out into the bucket or the trailer out there. So anyways, it's coming along, and I'm glad the week's over with, in the sense that tomorrow's Sunday and I got some time to relax. But just want to tell you thank you for those who've been with us to this point and who's watched. If you haven't, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, we'd please welcome you as a subscriber. And we'll see you on the next one.
Started with a patch of dirt and a picture in her mind. Sunrise on the blueprint, leaving down.